This is Crave Kitchen Shorts. I'm Dan Wu, and today we're here at Four Hills Farm with Jim Mansfield. Now, this farm is where you finish the lamb before they go to market?
Well, lambs are weaned when they're 2 or 3 months old, and they're 40 pounds, let's say. Market weight for us is 100 to 120 pounds. So they have to gain another 60 pounds at least.
So why do you finish in the way that you do, and how does it impact the flavor and the quality of the lamb?
Because our lambs are raised on pasture, they get plenty of fresh air and sunshine. We do give them a little bit of grain while they're on pasture, and that helps them have a degree of marbling that you want. So it's tender, it's juicy, and it's got good flavor.
So for the average consumer, what is the difference between buying a piece of packaged lamb at a grocery store and then coming out to your farm?
So when people come out here and they see the farm and they see the animals and they experience what it's like in terms of nature, it changes the way they think about food. You know, food doesn't come from the supermarket. It comes from the land and the grass and the care that the animals have. That's what makes good food.
All right, so we're here in Jim's kitchen, which is sometimes where you're going to end up if you buy from Jim. And we're going to talk a little bit about some cuts and about buying a whole lamb. So Jim, do you think people are afraid of buying a whole animal?
Yeah, I think they are, Dan. Unless you've done it before, it can be intimidating. They think, oh, I'm going to have too much meat. It won't fit in the freezer. I don't know what cuts I'm going to get. I don't know how I'm going to cook all the different parts. But it's really not that difficult.
So what can I expect to pay for a whole lamb here?
Well, Dan, you'd pay approximately $350 for a whole lamb, and you would receive about 40 pounds of meat.
All right, so we are back at the kitchen from Four Hills Farm, and we have our beautiful rack of lamb and lamb chops. So with lamb chops and basically any sort of meat that you're going to put a spice rub on, you want to dry it off a little bit first, because a wet piece of meat is not going to take well to a dry spice rub. So for the rack of lamb, we're going to do a nice spice rub on it. We're going to have turmeric, coriander, garlic, a little cumin, some paprika, some hot pepper flakes, and of course salt and pepper. For the lamb chops, we're going to do more of a barbecue style, so we're going to do paprika, brown sugar, garlic, onion powder, a little ground mustard in there, salt and pepper of course, and maybe some chili flakes. All these recipes and more will be at CraveLexington.com.